Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a makeup tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. It's this kind of Kim K, the 2018 Kim K look. It's kind of the makeup look that she kind of wore a lot around the time of her release with Mario, like their collab that they did. And I just loved the blue and I wanted to recreate it. So if you'd like to know how I created this look and what products I use, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and just keep watching. As you can see, I've already done one eye off camera, but it still looks a bit weird because the rest of my face isn't done. So the palette I'm going to be using is the Perception eyeshadow palette by Shayla and Colourpop. I did want to use this in another tutorial, and it has a really nice blue in here, so I thought this would be the perfect look to use this palette for again. This is actually like so easy to do as well. It's just that kind of classic 2018 kind of when Kim kind of did that collab with Mario. It's just that classic 2018 Kim look, I think, and I just love the blue. I think it's really nice, and this is so easy to do. You literally use two colours. And that's it, and just a bit of blending and you're good. So the first shade I'm going to take is this shade here, which is called Culture. It's just the matte brown transition colour in the palette, and this is just going to be literally the only shade in the crease. And I'm going to drag this out kind of to where my brow ends, because once I've done my face and everything, I am going to link this up to my lower lash line as well. Okay, so once that's all blended, then we're just going to take the blue, and that's pretty much just the eyes done. It's so simple, but it just looks really bold and tricky, really, I guess. So I'm going to take this shade here, which is called 14. It's obviously the blue in the palette. Take it dry first on a brush, so it's not going to be like the most pigmented blue you've ever seen when you just apply it like this. But this is just going to help. I mean, it's still very pigmented, but this, I find it just helps to kind of map out where you want the blue before you really pack on all the pigment. That is that dry, and it's still so pigmented. I'm just going to take a small kind of crease blender brush, and I'm just going to start to blend out the edges of the blue. Wet the brush that I used to pack the blue on. I'm really going to pack the colour on and just make it a lot more wet and like metallic looking. Go back in with Culture, which was the matte brown, and I'm just going to re-blend the edges and just make sure that the kind of blue hasn't kind of blended away all the transition colour. I'm just going to take some eyeliner, create a wing. I'm just going to literally line the top lash line quite thinly because it never looks like Kim has like a strong wing. And then I'm just going to take my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara that is literally running out. Really empty, I need a new one. And I'm just gonna apply this on the lashes. So in one of my last videos, I think it was the first impressions that I did, I forgot to use this primer, which is the Revolution Pro Radiant Peach Primer. And I did say in the next makeup tutorial video that I will make sure that I use this primer. So I still haven't used it, it's the first time. And yeah, okay, so it comes out orange, great. I love my primers, so I'm always on hunt for a good face primer. Also, that brightened my forehead. Let's see, I'll kind of blend out this side and compare it to this side. That's really nice. Yeah, okay, I like this. I really hope it actually prolongs my makeup though. If this was a bit, obviously if you have like peachy skin, this would be a really good just a face product to just kind of even out your skin tone, but obviously I'm a bit more olivey, like you can tell compared to my neck. I'm a bit more olive toned, but that's really nice. And for foundation, Kim, I feel like she never like cakes on her foundation and face makeup. I feel like she just looks flawless with kind of a minimal amount of makeup. So the foundation I am going to use is the No. 7 Lift and Luminate foundation. This has quite really good coverage, but it's just so lightweight and you cannot feel it on the skin, and it's a luminous foundation obviously, so I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to use my sponge as I always do. Just need to see how this foundation works with the peach primer as well. So for concealer I wanted something quite full coverage but again quite lightweight, so I'm going to take the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer and I use Warm Medium, which is shade number 3. Quite, you know, she has quite a bright under eye, so I'm going to do the same, or try to do the same, because obviously I know she has like her concealer and like powder kits. Obviously I don't have them, but we're going to mimic that pretty much. Then I'm going to just take some around the centre of my forehead, down the nose, and then kind of around the smile lines and chin. I think that's pretty highlighted. I always leave the nose till last because I feel like it dries a tiny bit and it just helps to blend once it's dried down a little bit, like it doesn't move the product around, so I always leave the nose if I do highlight it last. Nose. Easy. I'm just going to set that all quickly because I crease so bad, so I'm going to take the Beauty Bakerie flower powder and I've got the yellow based one. Eyes just look really nice and bold like this, but I am just gonna finish the lower lash line off now. Take that brown again just to finish off the lower lash line. So I kept it in the outer corner because I wanted it to be quite bold and kind of winged out like that. That's why I didn't take it all the way into the inner corner. I'm not gonna do any inner corner or brow bone highlight today. I know, strange, but I just wanted to keep it quite Kim today. But obviously it's Kim, contour is just a must. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Duo Contour Stick in dark. This I find is like the closest thing. I know it looks like her contour sticks that she had, so I'm just going to use this because it looks like it. And I do also find that these blend out so nicely. So I'm just going to take the sponge just over that. I'm gonna take the Too Faced Chocolate Gold bronzer. It looks like this. I'm just gonna use this to kind of set down that cream. And this also has a really nice sheen to it as well. Clean up the contour underneath with that powder that I used. I'll do blush while I wait anyway, so I'm gonna use the NYX blush palette. And I think I'm going to take this shade here. She never has anything too bright and it's quite kind of nude. I feel like that's kind of the best blush I think that she kind of uses, if she does really use any. So I'm only going to use a small amount. Very, very small amount. And I even like tapped it on my hand to take a bit of the pigment off first as well. Right, I'm going to use the Amrezy highlighter by Anastasia, my favourite, and I just feel like it's the highlight that just looks wet but natural as well. I'm not going to add too much because I know Kim doesn't usually have too much highlight, but still, you know, a little bit, so there's something still there. Blend this away. Then we just have lips. So for lip line, I'm going to use the Essence lip liner in the nude. Then this is my favorite combo. I use the Shayla and Colourpop Collection as well as part of her collection. It's one of her lipsticks and glosses. Stick is in the shade Quickie. And I'm going to take her gloss as well, and this is in the shade Neat Freak. I love this. It's like a nude gold gloss. It's just perfect. It's so perfect. And that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on this look. If you did, then please leave me a comment down below if you did enjoy it, and also give the video a thumbs up if you did also enjoy it as well. And as always, be sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! So in my last video, which was... what was it? Always forget that about this foundation. It drips so bad.